Hello and good morning. Good, happy morning to everyone who's here, who's joining me. I am so excited to have you on the Coffee with Christine show with me. So today is Monday, October the 3rd, 2022. This is episode number 6. And today we're going to be going into self-care. We're going to be covering self-care the whole week. And today's topic is going to be manifesting and the common excuses that I hear when it comes to manifesting. So this podcast is perfect for women who are looking to up their self-care, who are interested in law of attraction, all things that are woo and personal growth. This is for busy working career women and moms who are looking to find that special place between the work, career, and life balance. And this is going to help you do that with little bits and tidbits and advice. This is going to give you your daily dose of love and caffeination. And I'm so glad to have you here with me. So I'm your host, I'm Christine, and I like to open up my episodes with a daily card tarot, like a tarot card. And it gives us a little bit of an idea of what things that we can expect, what things to look for when it comes to the podcast and then throughout the rest of your day. So we're going to take something good, a different perspective of things and life. I keep meaning to grab my Game of Thrones cards, but we're going to make do with my other favorite, which is the Supernatural cards. So Supernatural is a little bit dark, but you know what? We're in October, and that's we're in October, and I think that this is time for all things creepy. So today's card is going to be the Five of Wands. And it speaks of release. It speaks of, on the card, it's Castiel. And he's sitting there in reflection. So it's taking time to reflect and let go of the things that are no longer serving you and reflect and release the things that are holding you back. So today, we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive in, and maybe we're going to release some of those excuses that we've been hearing as far as when it comes to manifesting. So we're going to keep the card here. I can't really see it there, but we're going to keep the card there. So that way I can remember as we're closing. So today's card is the Five of Wands. All right. Now, we're also going to talk about what we're sipping. What are you sipping? I want to know what you brought with you to Coffee with Christine. I am sipping on Great Vibes Harvest Coffee this morning. I ran out of my pumpkin spice creamer, but I'm using Planet Oak, the extra creamy oat milk, and one of my favorite combinations entirely. So, all right, take a sip of your stuff, grab it, get comfortable, let's talk. So, the main point of today is going into manifesting. And if you don't know me, I'm Christine. I'm the manifesting queen. I have the ability to pull in things and good things. We also have some weird and funky stuff pop up every once in a while, but that's what makes life so much fun and challenging. So when you're manifesting, what do you think about when you manifest? First off, I'm assuming everyone here knows what manifesting is. And let me backtrack a little bit and cover it just in case you don't. So manifesting is being able to call in the things that you're looking for, the things that you desire. That's it on like the super basic level. Manifesting is your ability to connect with your universe, with God, with your source energy, to be able to bring in the things that you would like in your life. And it can go either way. You can go bring in really good things. You can bring in things that are kind of, challenging. We'll go with challenging, right? And what I see when it comes to manifesting, the things that I've heard and the things that like break my heart when I hear people say these are, I only manifest bad things. Manifesting doesn't work. And I don't understand how it works. So today we're going to destroy all those, all right? Because I don't want to hear excuses. You have the power to manifest the life that you want, the life that you deserve. And I'm going to give you a few little secrets here today, okay? So when I hear manifesting, I don't understand how it works. Seems to be like the number one thing that I come across. And I don't understand how it works. It's because it's mystical. But let me break it down a little bit more scientifically for you. When you are engaging your brain in things that are important to you, you pull them in and you absorb them. Your brain is geared to focus on the things that are important to you. So what happens is you end up being vigilant and your brain recognizes like, oh, hey, well, red shirts are important to me because I'm part of the red shirt club, or it represents something important. It reminds you of someone who you love that wears red all the time. So red shirts are important to you. Well, everywhere you go, you're going to be paying attention to red shirts, right? So the more you focus on it, the more you see it, because your brain has been genetically engineered to pay attention to the things that matter to you. Now, what happens is when you combine your physical chemistry to your belief system, which in this case is manifesting, your ability to connect with the divine to build up your desires, it allows you to utilize your brain in a way that connects you to source energy, which is where we all stem from. We all have, our entire body is made up of energy. And we are all connected through the same energy, but it's here in different physical forms. All of our hearts are beating based off an electric impulse. Our brains are functioning based off an electrical impulse. And we are what brings that energy into existence. It's the source energy. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to believe. I'm not going, my personal stance on religion doesn't matter in this, because it's your connection to your belief system. When you believe in something bigger and more than you, then it gives you a different perspective, because in a way it's out of your hands. Your connection to your energy, your source, is up to you. And when you develop a good relationship with your source energy, you're opening yourself up to expecting miracles and expecting good things to happen. Now, that's a little bit how manifesting works, is you're utilizing your brain and your connection with your source energy to focus on the things and almost call them into you that way. So that's how manifesting works a little bit. Hopefully that explains it to you a little bit better in a way that you can understand it. So the second point I usually run into is, okay, well, I see what you're saying, but I always manifest bad stuff. And that is, let me tell you something, that is a superpower that most people seem to have. That really is. We have found ourselves surrounded by people who are manifesting car accidents, illnesses, robberies, bad breaks, just they're constantly catching bad break after bad break. Well, they have, over a course of time, trained themselves to focus on the negative things that are occurring. So they find themselves worrying about a car accident, and then maybe a couple months down the road, something like that happens, or a week later they get into a fender bender. It happens. It's something that, it seems coincidental, but at the same time, if you're thinking about it, you're calling in, you're putting your energy out there that this is something that is on your mind. This is something you're worried about. And when you worry about things, the universe doesn't take that into account. It just knows that that's what you're focusing on. And it's saying, okay, well, I'll bring it to you. That's why you're manifesting bad things. Now, we're going to go deep here for a sec, because our perspective of things as good or bad is only that. It's a perspective. And we know in a regular everyday life that what's good for someone is not good for someone else. your perspective versus the other person's perspective is based on their background, their learning, their experiences. And so what we perceive as bad ends up being something that could be the start of someone's journey. I remember one time I had a car accident, and initially thinking, oh my God, this is horrible. But what I didn't really take into account at the time, and the more I thought about it, the more I was behind on payments. I was constantly worried that I wasn't going to be able to pay my car payment. And I got to the point where I was just constantly fretting over losing my car. So what happened? I lost my car. Well, that ended up being the best thing because I was able to get another car, one that that was able to be afforded completely and outright. And it gave me time to figure a few things out that if I hadn't gotten into that car accident, that wouldn't have happened. So when you can view things that are bad as a way to grow, as a learning opportunity, take time, usually after the fact, when you're going through things that are horrible and traumatic like that, you want to make sure that you're taking a little bit of time to reflect on what you've learned from it. And then that way you can start changing, engaging. Like, okay, well, I see the correlation. I was thinking about losing my car, and then I lost my car. And that's how you start piecing together. Like, okay, well, I think I'm a stronger manifester than I expected. So instead of using it as a confirmation that bad things are always happening to you, start using it as, well, I'm definitely manifesting things. What better thing could I manifest next? What's something fun that I can manifest next? What's something a little bit more positive that I can manifest next? And start focusing more on those good things and see what happens. Just a little bit, you're rewriting your whole belief system based on your experiences. So it takes time, it takes adjustment. All right. So I want to let you guys know that today's sponsor is This Side of Chaos Coaching, and we have a behind the scenes special feature for students. And in today's special feature, what we do is we go into the making and the creation of the podcast, how I come up with it, some of the snafus. I've got a couple little things that happened this morning that they'll be able to get a sneak peek at. But if you want to join, I'm going to be dropping a link below to the workbook. I want you to download my Sacred Life List workbook, the ultimate goal setting guide. And it's a free guide. You become a student. When you become a student, you'll get the link for the free access to the behind the scenes with the Coffee and Christine show. So it's something that is fun. You're learning, you're constantly learning. And that's something that I want to be able to share with you guys. So if you're all in, go ahead and download the workbook, get access to the behind the scenes subscription, and we'll go from there. It's good stuff. All right. Back to today's manifesting energy stuff. So the third excuse, so we've already covered, I don't understand how law of attraction works, so I broke that down for you. I only manifest bad stuff, which might seem true, but I want you to really sit back and reevaluate that, because you've been manifesting good stuff. You're just not paying attention to it. So I want you to start today focusing on something just a little bit better than what you've been and see what happens. Something simple. Manifest something simple. Let's do focus on seeing feathers everywhere. All right. And I want you to drop in the comments throughout the day, or if you're in the Facebook group, make sure that you're posting how many feathers that you're going to be seeing this week. We'll keep a tally. Okay. Now, the last and final point that I wanted to go over today was the people who believe that manifesting doesn't work. And here's the deal. I mean, honestly, I can't make you believe it. If you don't believe in it, then I'm not going to sit here and fight you on it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're wrong. I'm not going to tell you that I'm right and that I'm making all this up. What I am going to tell you is that there's the potential for you to learn something, And there's the potential for you to really have fun with it. And if you decide to go through and play the game that I just came up with, we're going to manifest feathers. And I want you to keep track. If you really truly think that manifesting doesn't work, I want us to think about feathers. We're going to focus on how soft they are, how beautiful they are, how long and soft they are, and how they look so beautiful on the birds. They look amazing on the birds. And they come in so many different colors. They come in greens and blacks and blues and purples, grays and whites. And if you know me, you know I love my Peking ducks and I love my white feathered friends. And I want you to just spend a few moments today thinking about feathers. And then I want you to take the opportunity anytime you see them, just to keep it in a notebook or shoot me a message on Facebook or drop it in the comments. I'm going to put a post up here on manifesting feathers. And I want you to keep a tally of how many times you see feathers come across your path over the next week. And I want you to get back to me for next week's Manifesting Monday and tell me. Okay. So if you don't believe, that's fine. I have no problem with that because that is your prerogative. I can't make you believe something you don't believe. But I'll tell you what, I believe it wholeheartedly. I do. And I am the manifesting queen. And there's so many stories that I have that, I would be able to share with you. We can go into some of that in my next month's coffee with the coffee chat, my open coffee chat. I think that would be a great topic. But look, manifesting is amazing when you can figure out the special nuances behind it. But it's easy. All it takes is just adjusting your focus a little bit each day. If you're not sure how to do that, that's cool. Let me know. Reach out to me and we'll set up something. We'll do a free little coffee chat. I offer a free coffee chat on they're about 15 minutes long, where we just kind of go over what you're struggling with and how you can take action immediately to really start getting yourself back on track. Feathers. We're manifesting feathers this week. Tell me how many you see. Be sure to download the workbook if you wanted the behind the scenes access as well. Download the workbook. I've got a webinar. I've got all kinds of great stuff on there. But the main thing I want you to take away, get into the workbook. Start working on your goals. Get clear on your goals. The more clear you are on your goals, those are the things that you're going to manifest. Okay? Just saying. Magic's getting ready to happen, guys. I believe you. I believe the universe. And I believe in feathers. All right, guys. I hope you go and have an absolutely amazingly beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining me for your daily dose of love and caffeination. I hope you go and live today with the utmost passion. Thanks for watching and listening.